Improving asphaltic concrete. Today we will cover the introduction to asphalt, why is asphalt important, asphalt mix designs, sustainable benefits, possible problems, how can we improve asphalt, let's ask the professional, which includes an interview, economic cost/benefits, and the conclusion to this proposal.
Our project aims to introduce a sustainable asphalt design that addresses both economic and environmental concerns. By replacing petroleum oil, which is non renewable, with soybean oil, a renewable resource, and increasing the use of recycled asphalt pavement, aka RAP, we are creating a solution that not only reduces costs but also improves road durability. This innovation significantly lowers material costs, extending the life of asphalt and reducing the need for frequent maintenance, ultimately saving taxpayers money and contributing to a cleaner environment. Our sustainable asphalt design reduces greenhouse gas emissions, diverts waste from landfills, and promotes renewable energy. Societally, it lowers costs, freeing up funds other than critical infrastructure, improving road safety, and benefiting our community overall. In short, this design is not only cost effective and eco friendly, but also likely to make a lasting positive impact on our infrastructure moving forward. Introduction to asphalt and its challenges.
Now, asphalt, also known as blacktop or pavement, has been used to make roads since Babylon in 625 BC. Over 2,000 years have passed since then, and we've seen many improvements over that time, like using seals to help asphalt's durability, reheating the edges when new asphalt is poured on top of it, and much more.
So why is asphalt important? Asphalt is utilized as a highly cost-effective method to create travel-worthy roadways across the world. Asphalt can withstand heavy traffic and light traffic with minimal maintenance for years on end. Smooth driving surfaces allow comfortable rides for citizens that utilize Department of Transportation roadways or elsewhere. And recycling allows environmentally friendlier options than alternative paving materials. Asphalt literally drives America's progress. Asphalt can be installed quickly for America's huge requirement for the transportation of goods. The average length of a project is 1 month to replace 10 miles. That includes both lanes without a large infrastructure replacement. This is typically known as a mill and fill, and this can range from 2 inches to 4 inches. The adaptability allows every corner of America and the world to utilize this type of pavement at a very cost effective rate. The dark color of asphalt helps reduce glare for drivers, and asphalt also sheds water very well, reducing hydroplaning crashes.
Asphalt mixing is key to making good roads. If the composition is weak, then it doesn't matter how well you take care of it, it will break sooner rather than later. The mixing also must be suited for the environment it'll be in. If these aren't followed, then we'll end up with bad roads, which can be costly for both the vehicle and the people driving them. While they exist different types of mix for asphalt already, such as hot mix, warm mix, and cutback, we're proposing a new kind of mixing today.
So, how can we improve asphalt? I mean, can we really teach an old dog new tricks? The next question is, how do we improve thousands of years of proven technology? Well, we are proposing to utilize environmentally friendly oils derived from crops to help build America's roadways. The Nebraska DOT has started research utilizing corn and soybean oil with up to 5% contained within the mixes. Improvement is in our DNA, and human civilization cannot sustain the rapid expansion with the limits on raw materials in today's world. This improvement would allow cheaper construction and more friendly options towards the environment and the usage of virgin materials.
Our design incorporates 45% recycled asphalt pavement, up from the standard 40%, using materials like rubber tires and roofing shingles. This helps reduce landfill waste and lowers the need for virgin materials. We also use soybean oil, a renewable fuel, instead of petroleum oil, making the production process cleaner and reducing emissions. Our design helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions, supporting global climate efforts. The cleaner burning materials also improve quality and worker safety. Economically, we save $50,000 per mile compared to traditional asphalt. Plus, the extended lifespan reduces maintenance costs, freeing up funds for other vital infrastructure projects. While the benefits are clear, there are still some challenges. Soybean oil and wrap asphalt require upfront investment in both production and testing facilities. This higher initial cost could be a barrier for smaller municipalities with tighter budgets. Another challenge is compatibility with existing asphalt plants. Retrofits or delays could arise if the plants aren't equipped with these materials. Additionally, precise temperature and mixing control is crucial to ensure the quality and longevity of the asphalt.
So enough talking about this. Let's ask the professional. I sat down with Nebraska DOT M&R head researcher Wally Hyan. I sat down with Wally Hyan and asked him a variety of different questions. I asked him what the lifespan increase is between recycled asphalt to the virgin mix, and he responded that it is exactly the same, but less of a raw material usage within the recycled mix. I also asked him how much the DOT saves per mix design on utilizing recycled asphalt, and he said that it is usually between $100,000 and it is roughly 20 to 25% of the total cost. So, what is the actual cost of a mix design that recycles versus a virgin mix? And that usually varies, but again, he answered that it is $60 for a recycled asphalt mix and $150, so roughly twice the cost for a virgin mix. How does this improve the longevity? So let's add some natural crop oils, and Nebraska DOT is also experimenting with a higher usage of RAP. I also asked him, what is recyclable about asphalt? And he responded that it is 100% recyclable and it is utilized within new roadways on every single one of Nebraska's projects.
There are materials and resources that we do require. The Nebraska Department of Transportation can do tests on the mixing. The Federal Highway Administration to cover the funding, and for additional research, we'll need a contractor. If those goals are met, then our asphalt will lead to many benefits. The cost to make our mix will be less than a brand new patch, but will still remain as strong, with emissions being lowered as well. Not only does it leave more money to be put into any other relevant projects, but with asphalt being cheaper to make, more workers can get hired to spread it across our country.
Now we're going to be talking about the global and societal impact of asphalt mix. First of all, we know that asphalt is used globally and plays a significant role in all modern infrastructure and roads and all that. And with this rising demand we have with roads and everything, we need to find new ways to make asphalt production more economical, environmentally friendly, and an overall beneficial to society. The use during our research, it shows that soybean oil use instead of petroleum oil can extend the lifespan of this asphalt. And the use of soybean oil instead of petroleum oil is the innovation we implemented into our asphalt mix design. The longer last
When analyzing the project as a whole, we must first look at the design parameters. The scope of a project is typically determined beforehand, looking at the limits, how many miles, the amount of asphalt that's needed for the project as a whole, And in the image here, you can kind of see how that is determined. To determine the volume, you need the area and the length. Multiplying these together will give you the cubic footage that you will need for the asphalt as a whole to get the whole project cold milled, overlaid. That gives you the asphalt. So after determining the scope of the project, next we must look at a little bit of the history just in terms of what goes into pavement and the design of itself. A typical pavement design, as you can see, starts from the bottom, which is a subgrade. You then have a subbase, you have a granular base, and then that's where you put the thickness of your asphalt concrete over the top of these layers. The design thickness will differ based off the traffic loads. Is this an off-ramp? Is this a highway? Is this a typical road? The thickness of each of these layers will differ depending on the traffic load. So here you have an example building off of the previous slide of showing you an actual example of a project that was done based off the different thicknesses of each layer. So as you can see, you have the crushed gravel, the quartzite, the rock, and then the asphalt itself. The percentages on the chart here demonstrate the percent of thickness. So if you have a 12-inch highway, you're going to have almost 6 inches of that is going to be gravel. Another 4 or 5 is going to be your asphalt, and your rock and quartzite will make up the difference in between the other layers. So now that we've looked at how we determine the scope of a project as well as the different thickness layers of a roadway in general, now we look at our specific design on how the economical savings come into effect. So a virgin mix of asphalt compared to a recycled mix is a difference between $150 and $60 per ton. A typical 12-foot roadway paved at a 1.5 thickness is about 11 tons per 100 feet. This would equate to about 581 tons of asphalt per mile in one direction. So in general, for every 1 mile, you're saving over $50,000, and that's just going one direction. So if you have a 10-mile highway, 10 times that number and then times 2 for the other direction, you're close to $1 million for a 10-mile highway. So it shows you the difference in savings for money-wise by just changing the mix, including our soybean oil. The environmental effects is a big factor that plays into the sustainability of our design. What we basically did is replace the petroleum oil that is used in asphalt and replace it with soybean oil. The benefits of soybean oil is it's a renewable fuel source. It reduces greenhouse gases as well as burns clean, which you can't necessarily say about petroleum oil. Not only that, but it also increases the pavement flexibility, reduces overall life cycle costs, and reduces the permeability, resulting in cracking and raveling. Reason this is a big factor is for kind of longevity. Not only that, you can see in the last point, it increases the lifespan of the asphalt by about 4 to 7 years by using the soybean oil. So all the previous analysis led to looking at things from a cost benefit and a life cycle analysis. So typically what goes into this is you gather all the materials being used, look at the unit cost, figure that out, you get an estimated price that allows you to make a bid on a project. The difference for us is we're simply just replacing the asphalt, so it's negligible for all other, thicknesses of everything else. It's just the asphalt we're looking at. So when you break this into the type of asphalt, the price, and the pavement design, it's pretty clear why our design is superior to the others. Not only is it a reduced price from the virgin mix, but it also adds on that 4 to 7 years due to our addition of the soybean oil, which again makes it clear that our design not only is more cost effective, but also helps with the longevity of the asphalt.
To sum it up, our design improves road quality, reduces costs, and promotes eco-friendly practices. With cleaner production methods, reduced waste, and better resource allocation, it helps make infrastructure projects more efficient. The scalability of using RAP and soybean oil ensures this solution can be widely adopted, offering long-term economic savings Ultimately, our design showcases innovation and practicality, paving the way for more sustainable infrastructure solutions moving forward.